So hi everyone, and I had a few requests recently for me to talk through how to start a Facebook group. And so what I thought I would do today on this Facebook Live is to talk you through my 7 steps to starting a Facebook group. And the focus of what I'm going to talk to you about is exactly what to do if you are brand new to starting a Facebook group. And you may or may not realize that right now, one of the best ways to gain clients through Facebook is actually through creating a Facebook group, because you can get in front of your ideal clients and start building a relationship with them, and do that on a daily basis and gain that know, like, and trust factor. And then when you're ready to offer them a webinar for them to come on, that then might link on to a service or program that you're launching, or you offer to them that they can come onto a call with you, a free call, they're going to be more likely to take it up. Now, I've been running Facebook groups for about 5 years or maybe even more. And I've gone through phases where I've put a lot of time and effort into them, and I've gone through phases where I've actually just not really done very much through them at all, because there's been other ways that I've been generating my clients which have been quicker or easier at that point, or just simply worked better for me. And where I was at. But as you probably already know, Facebook ads have become more expensive. And if you're starting out as a coach, I definitely would consider doing a Facebook group as one of the things you do in order to start building a community of your audience. Now, it can take a while for this to translate then into gaining clients, and you would be looking at maybe more like 3 months to 6 months building that, secure community with your ideal clients in it before you will start to see that translating into you gaining clients, because no one likes to go on a date and then be landed with a kiss straight away when you haven't even said hello to the person. So it's kind of the same with this. I would say that Facebook groups are a slightly slower way of gaining appointments and gaining clients than other methods. So you may know I've been teaching LinkedIn as a sales funnel. That is a lot faster. Okay. However, if you like building communities and if you want to be building an audience, and your audience is on Facebook, I definitely think this is worth exploring. And as you've been seeing, you might have seen that I'm starting to do a lot more in my Facebook groups as well. So let's dive in and just get started with this. So hi to everyone who's joining us. Hi, Alexa. Hi, Carol. And I will take questions at the end, and if you have questions as we go along, I'll try and answer them as we go along. But I want to just, help you get started. So as you can see on the screen, I'm sharing my group. And what we're going to do is start from scratch, rebuilding this group. So as though you were setting up this, your own group from scratch, you'll see exactly the steps that you need to take. So fingers crossed this works, because it's my first time doing a live and sharing my screen. So let's give this a go. So what you want to do is to be able to go to where you can create a group. So I'm actually going to have to exit my group and go to my home section. And then from there, you see under the Explore tab, you see groups. Okay, and so you just click on groups. And of course, it brings up all the groups that you're a member of, and others that you're pending invites to. And you just go to the green button at the top, which says Create Group. Click on that, and you can start by giving your group a name. So I'm going to give mine a name like I'm going to call it Magnetize Awesome Clients. Okay, so play on word from my Magnetize Your Dream clients. And then you might want to add some people. So I'll just add one person so far. And of course, you may want to add more than that, but I would just start by adding someone who you know, because you want to get the whole thing set up before you start adding lots of people to a group. And then you select the privacy. So I would make mine a public group, so that because it's going to be a free group that I'm going to show you how to set up. So I would make it a public group. Or what I would do is make it a closed group. Now, the advantage of making it a closed group over a public group is that the public group anyone can see the messages in the group, even if they're not a member of the group. With a closed group, anyone can see the group, but only members can actually see what's been posted inside the group. So I usually make mine a closed group because that makes it easy for people to find if they're searching. But I like people to be members before they get to see the content inside. And that just gives a little bit of safety to the members in the group if they're sharing something that they're a bit vulnerable about sharing. So then you just create the group. So click create. Okay, so I've got to add someone else. So, okay, and let's see. Okay, so it's suggesting people. So let me see if I can just add. There we go. Now it's working. Okay. So now that's created the group. So this is now like the basic group with nothing inputted. So the next step that you want to take is to actually start filling in content into your group. So you've got your name, okay. We now really want to add, add a description. So what we can do to do that is to go here, add a description, and I'm just going to copy and paste a description that I already have from my other group. So, if you've created that information on a Word doc, you can just pull it across. So I'm just going to do that and grab my description information. Okay, and pop it in here. And if you're wondering, well, what kind of things do I need to put in my description? Well, first of all, you need to put who you are. You need to put what your business is and what the web address is. Those are really important. But you need to welcome people to the group and say, who this group is for. So I'm going to say magnetize awesome clients. Group for coaches, trainers, speakers, consultants, and therapists. My name is Shelley Hutchinson. I'm the founder of Client Nectar. We help coaches to magnetize their dream clients and make the impact they're born to make in the world, because we believe that it's through doing work you love that you'll become abundantly happy, wealthy, and deeply fulfilled coach, and you'll make a huge impact on your clients' lives. We don't want any coach to find that they have to give up on their dreams because they can't attract the right clients. And we know your clients are seeking, there are clients already who are seeking you right now. So this group is here to support you fully as you journey towards becoming a coach and making your coaching business a success. And then, so basically, I'm like outlining what the purpose of this group is for, how we're going to support you, and why we're doing that. And then I give a little bit about my boundaries around the group, so what the space is for and what it isn't. And this is important to include in your description as well. So please be aware that this space is to be used to connect with one another and enjoy fruitful discussions. Please respect that this is not a place to advertise your events unless on specific promotional threads that is posted once a week. Okay, so then you just click save. Welcome Kate as well. See that you've arrived as well. So once you've done that, you've got your description in there. Let's just check that that's there. We can see that that's been loaded up. We're now going to want to add a photo of some kind. So just to do that, you can just click upload, and I'm just going to grab the photo. Okay, so I'm just grabbing my banner that I've already got for my other group. And then you just click save to add that. And that's been added. Okay, so once you've done that, the next step is that you basically want to go into the settings and let's edit the group settings. So hopefully you saw what I did there, and I'm just going to talk it through in case you didn't. We'll go back to discussion and I'll show you. Oh, hang on. I'm just aware that I've left my, there we go. I'm going to move that out of the way. There we go. So you go into More, Edit Group Settings, and then you can come in here and you can choose a different icon if you want a different icon for this. I quite like the world one. You could pick a group type if you want to help people see what the group is about. So I might go for support, for instance. And then you can see the description is there. You could add a location if that's relevant. I don't always do that, actually. You might want to add some tags, which will be helping people who are interested in the group to be able to find it. So, you know, if it's about coaching, you'd add a tag about coaching. You know, if it's about marketing, if it's about visibility, if it's about health, you know, whatever your group is about, add tags in there. You can link your business, link your page. So you can add it to one of your pages. So I'm going to link it to mine. Okay, so it's linked to my page. And let's get back to this group. And you can choose a color for it. So I want to go for red. You can customize your address, which I do recommend you do. So I might call it Magnetize Awesome Clients. Okay, so that's got a specific URL now, which is facebook.com/groups/magnetize awesome clients. And you can change the privacy settings, but we've already done that. You could add social learning units if you want to provide some free information in there. Now, membership approval, I tend to leave it as only admins and moderators can give membership to the group. I leave chat open to everyone being able to create chats. I also then just don't worry too much about the membership pre-approvals or membership requests. What I do with that membership request is I do ask questions. So let me explain to you a bit about why you'd want to be asking questions. What we want to do is we want to learn more about the people who are joining your group. We also want to see if we can obtain their email address so that we can start building your email list at the same time. And we do that by offering them something that is going to be really valuable to them and asking them then to give you their email address if they want to receive that valuable lead magnet. So here are some of the questions that I might add. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my questions up again. So you'll see I pre-prepared all of this. So I pre-prepared these questions. So I want to know about people, who they are and their work. I want to know what their biggest challenge is. And so, you know, whatever your area is that you work with, you can just annotate these. So tell me about you and your life if you're a life coach. You know, tell me about you and your health if they're, you know, if you're helping them with their health. Tell me about you and your business if you're helping them with their business, whatever type of coaching it is you offer. Just find out about, you know, your audience in relation to that area that you help with. And then the next question would be, what is your biggest challenge in relation to? And then, you know, what is the kind of area you help people with? So it's like, what is your biggest challenge in relation to attracting clients? That's what I might write for my group. And then, like I said, the third question is about, you know, offering your lead magnet so that you can obtain their email address and start building your email list. So let's put those questions in here. So I'm going to start with the first question. So tell and then the second question, what is your biggest challenge when it comes to either attracting clients or growing your business. And my third question is, would you like to, and I've got it here actually, would you like to receive my Magnetize Your Dream Clients free course? If yes, please write your email address here. And then you just click save. And there you go. All those questions are in there. Okay, so we only want admins and moderators to be able to approve members. So definitely leaving it like that rather than having anyone being able to approve members. And then that's it. Those are all the main areas that you want to edit in your settings, and just click save. So we've already, not much surprise, we've already covered 3 of the key steps that you need to take when it comes to setting up your Facebook group. So I'm just making sure that is saved. Yes, that seems to be saved. Okay, so let's go back to the discussion. And so number 1 is basically setting up your group, getting started. Number 2 is about choosing a name, choosing a description, editing the settings like we've just done, adding your image. And the third key to setting up your Facebook group is now about creating a post that is welcoming the new members to your Facebook group. So we want something that when people first join your group, they see a post that's always there that gives them information about your Facebook group. So the good news is I've pre-created one already, and so I'm just going to copy and paste that in. So basically to do that, all you do is you just click into write post, and then I'm going to copy mine in there, and you'll see I've added lots of emojis that, as you can see here, that just bring it to life a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to make it, there we go. So again, with that first post, you're welcoming people, you're telling them what you're going to help them with. I have then got my lead magnet because my group is focused on helping people with magnetizing their dream clients. So I then have a free course that they can get started with and start working through as part of joining the group. So that's what I then talk about. And I share with them how they can download it and get started with that challenge. And then I ask them to tell me about them, because you want to get your audience posting into your group straight away. As soon as they join the group, if they post into the group straight away, they're more likely to start engaging in your group. And of course, that's the purpose of creating this group. It's to create community, and ultimately that's going to lead you to then being able to gain clients from the community. So you do want them to be engaging. So you need to ask them to do this. And some people are more comfortable doing that than others. And of course, you want to just reiterate what is okay, what the boundaries are for your group here. You might want to add a video and have the written section, but also have a video, or you can just add a photo. So I keep it really simple, and I just add a photo, like a welcome photo. I'm just trying to remember which one it is that I downloaded. Hopefully it's this one. It may be something else. We'll find out in a minute if that's the welcome one. No, that's not the welcome one. Let me just see which one it is. Okay. So it's that one. Okay, so right. So let me grab that one. So I need this one. Okay. And so then all you need to do once that's been added is click post. And then that's your first post in there. But now what we want to do is make sure it's pinned. We want to make sure it's always at the top when people join the group. So I click it and make it announcement. Okay, so it should always be at the top of the group when people join. So, Okay, so you've basically got the basics there set up. You now have the information in your group. You've basically got you've edited your settings. You've created a post welcoming new members. So what you need next is sort of the next step is to start inviting potential members to your group. So what you can do is you can actually invite people who are friends of yours already by using this method on the side, suggested members. And what I would recommend you do is just click here on the little note icon. And when you invite a member, so you pick up their name. So say I wanted to invite some of my existing clients that I'm working with. I might do that. And then I would make a personalized little note to them explaining why you're inviting them to the group, because they'll be much more likely to then decide that they want to join the group. So this is what I might write. Okay. So I might write to something like, "Dear," the person's name, "I'm inviting you to my Facebook group because you'll be able to access lots of advice and support for free that will help you grow your business." So I might just change it a bit to, "I'm inviting you to my Facebook group because by being part of this group, you'll be able to access lots of advice and support for free that will help you with growing your business." So with whatever the problem is they have. And then you can just click invite. Okay, so I'm not going to do that because this is my test group and it's not a real one. So I'm going to click cancel. But you can see that's a really easy way to start inviting people. Of course, you can also take your URL and create an email and send it out to your mailing list with that, with this Facebook group in your email, so that people can start to join your group that way. You can post it on other social media profiles that you have, so maybe your Facebook page or your personal Facebook profile, or maybe if you're on LinkedIn or other social media, you can post it on there, and basically just start to bring people to join the group. And of course, the next step when you've done that, which is step 5, is to, or step 6, sorry, is to actually start posting content. And you want to post content that's going to be really engaging to your members. So I'm going to do a separate Facebook Live talking about how to create content that's going to really engage your audience in your Facebook group. So I'm going to do that in another week's time or so. But for now, what you want to do is just post your first piece of content. So again, I've created a piece of content already that I want to share, and I'm just going to show you briefly how to do it. So you just, again, create a post. This is a very long one. So this is a piece of content. Now, what I've been doing is doing content underneath hashtags for each day. So I make specific hashtags for each day. And then I have relevant, piece of content that I'm sharing underneath that. Okay, so I'm not going to read this to you because it's so long, but basically it's about how to build your tribe. And I give them some questions to ask themselves at the end to help them with understanding, how they're going to build their tribe. So it's there's a lot of stuff here, and I give a really good story here to just give them a bit of background to my experience of building my tribe, and how that's worked for me, and then I'm leading them into some questions they can ask themselves. So this is a really useful piece of content, but it's also engaging. And also you want to add a photo, and if you're kind of thinking to yourself, well, where am I going to get all these photos, without paying a lot of money in order to be able to add photos each day to go with my content. And, am I going to spend hours on Canva trying to edit them and stuff? When the simple answer is no. I would recommend you use Unsplash. It's completely free. You can get great photos on Unsplash. So if I'm doing something about tribe, I obviously want to have pictures of happy people. So I might put something like that in. And I usually go for a picture that is going to be roughly the right kind of shape for the posts in Facebook. So I go for the rectangular size like this. These tend to be the best shapes. So I might, just click download, and then I've got that image. And I'm just going to open that. Okay. So then what you want to do is once you've got the image you want to add, you just simply click it and add it. So let's just go and add that photo. So I'm not even editing it or anything, and usually Facebook just fits it to the right size. That's been kind of working fine to just do that. So then you just click post, and there you go. You have done your first post into your group. And of course, you then want to post regularly into the group. Make a decision about how frequently you're going to do that, what you can keep to. And these posts are to develop sort of engagement. You want your audience to be then posting and adding their comments on each post. So always make sure that you add in, something about share your answers to the questions above with the hashtag, or, post your comments below, like basically you want to get people to engage. So always remind them to do that when you on the bottom of your posts. Okay. So then finally, step number 7 is basically asking your new members what they're actually needing in terms of advice, support, and anything else from you. And there's some really good features that you can use for this. So you might want to do something like creating a poll in your group. So let's just see, there we go. So if you say you want to create a poll to ask, what your audience are actually interested in learning from you, just click on the poll. So I'm just going to redo that so you see what I'm doing. Let's just close this post. And it's still got that. Okay. So basically, if you were wanting to do this, you can go to more. You can, and it's already come up. So I have the poll options already in there. We want to add an option. So we just simply say something like, what support do you need? So I might say, what support do you need? Click on the options in this poll to let me know how I can support you with growing your business. And let's add some options. So we might say, I need help with how to gain clients for my business. Another one might be, I need help with managing my money and finances. So you can see what I'm doing, and you just come up with, these kind of things. Maybe you want to do it slightly differently. Maybe you want to say, I'd love Facebook Lives to help me with tech, with the tech involved in marketing my business. Or I'd love interviews with other experts. So you can make as many or as few as you want. I would kind of just keep it to the sort of top 5 things that people are most likely to want your help with. You know, 5 to 7 is probably way plenty. And then you just simply click a post, and then people can start to, you know, people who are in the group can start to click on the post that is, you know, the one that is relevant for them, what they're wanting support with. Okay, so I'm just going to see how everyone is getting on. Great to see more people joining. Hi, Tessa. Hi, Gail. So what I want to see is, do you guys have any particular questions about how to start your Facebook group? Is there anything that I haven't covered that you'd like to know? If there is, just post your question into the comment section, and yeah, I can start to answer your questions. And in the meantime, I'm just going to give you a run through of what my 7 key steps are to starting your Facebook group. So these key steps are, number 1 is just getting started. Just click the setup, create button basically to start setting up your Facebook group. Number 2 is making sure that you choose a name and a description for your Facebook group, and just entering those details in. You also want to then go to the edit group settings section, which is under more, so that you can then basically make those changes to the group settings. So I'll just show you where that is again. Okay, so then number 3 is that you want to create a post that's welcoming your new members. So I'm just going to show you again where that was. We just did that, and we made it an announcement as well. So we've got a post welcoming people. Once you've done that, you're all ready for step 4, which is basically inviting people to like your Facebook group or to become a member of your Facebook group. And you can invite people who like your Facebook page or people who are friends on your profile. You can send out this to your mailing list and invite people to, from your mailing list to like your group. You can post on other social media. So there's loads of options here. Number 5 is about posting your first pieces of content to engage your new members. So you want to start straight away posting some content. So there's something for them to read when they come into the group and something for them to engage with. Number 6 is, do make sure that you do welcome people that are joining a group. So take that time to welcome each person as they're joining the group. What I tend to do now is I post any new people that join a group into comment section. I tag them in the comment section. I give them welcome there so that they can see this thread that I want them to read, when they join the group. Okay, and then finally, the final step is to ask your new members what they're needing in terms of advice, support, etc. from you and the group. What would they most like? So those are the 7 steps. It's really as simple as that. So I don't think there's been any questions. Maybe it's just completely self-explanatory, which it is pretty straightforward and quite simple. So, I think, that's probably covering everything. What I do want to ask is just, would you like me to do some more on how to then take your Facebook group, once you've created it and you've started it, would you like me to do another video which is about how to create that massive engagement in the group, and then how to translate the group into being something that results in you gaining clients? Would that be of interest to you guys? And if it is, if you just want to post yes or type yes into the comment section, that would be great. And even if you're watching this video and it's not live now, so we're doing it live right now, but even if you watch this video later, just pop yes into the comment section if that is something that you would like. Okay, fab. Tessa, that's great. So Tessa's saying, I've got a few groups already, but I've given some good tips that she wasn't using yet. Perfect, that's awesome. Great, fab. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed that live video for today. I will be doing more of these. I will carry on with giving you some live tips into this group as well. We do have some interviews as well happening lined up. And if there's anything else that you would really like me to post some suggestions around or give you some tips around when it comes to marketing or growing your business, just let me know. Just pop that into the group, and I can give you, I can plan that in and start sharing that content. Yeah, thanks, Stephen. That's great that you enjoyed the content. That's fab. And Tessa's saying that you'd love more notification about live sessions. Yes, I've been really bad on that. I tend to just hop on and do a live session when I have the time. So Tessa, I will start actually posting it out to my mailing list and letting you know in advance. And I do with the interviews typically tend to post a few days in advance and just let you know if I've got an interview coming up in the group. So if you keep an eye out in the group, I will be, making sure that you know when the live sessions are happening. I'll also try and send it out to my email list as well if you're on there. Fab. Good. Okay, great. Well, glad you enjoyed this session and good luck with starting your Facebook groups. Let me know how you get on. All right. Bye for now.